Yeah, the cousins being in it is a very good move. I think it's a good move on a number of levels, since like what certain factions I imagine, also like factions that I wouldn't really be able to name, that exist more behind the scenes of all this and connected more explicitly to sort of housing development companies, people like that. I imagine like they're kind of behind a lot of this, or there's a faction of that or a presence of that behind what's going on, and maybe they're connected to Adrian or to Nicola or to both of them. It would make sense if they are both connected to them, or to various factions involved with it. And they're interested in playing us off against one another, since that suits their benefits down to the ground, removes more people who need a cut later on. Um, and, obviously, the government can just compulsory purchase that land anyway. And that's sort of what they'd be planning to do. However, it'd be like then, and they'd make us an offer for that, and then it'd be up down to us to like accept that offer or appeal it, I imagine, or some sort of process like this. And then they have to go through the whole planning process as well, whereby we can be on board with that or not. We can appeal it, for instance, and yeah, I think we can appeal the compulsory purchase order. Um, oh yeah, bring the cousins into this. This is a very very strong idea because they are builders. Yes, so they know how to do things like build houses, or they would be able to potentially, if we wanted to move on developing it. How about that? Be able to yeah, put people in, or put us in touch with the right people, and be good sort of intermediaries and good people to have on board with the project, that to develop that land with, I guess, like a certain number of houses. But I mean, the way I would like to do it, at least, is via making everything a passive house, or making everything carbon neutral, or building out hempcrete, or any combination of these sorts of things. And I think that'd be great for the area. It would be great for the government, really, because that all local government departments, I imagine, have to fulfil some sort of green environmentalist set of criteria, policies, right? Or maybe like at varying extents, local councils manage to circumvent all that stuff and get around it this way and that way. But it would look good for the local area. It would be good. It'd be good for Melksham. It'd be good for the surrounding area to have an eco housing development like there. And then with the farming business, make it totally mixed farming, and the idea of it feeding all back into a restaurant. And I got this sort of idea because I wanted to take like the passing trade away from the barge. And I was thinking, like, what does the barge offer that's so appealing to that passing trade? Well, it's the canal, isn't it, right? People like having a meal beside the canal. They like having a body of water there that they can sit beside and eat and drink. It's a nice location. It is. And the passing trades, like, you think, oh, it just comes off the canal, like, it by no means just comes off the canal. Like, if you ever work there at a busy lunchtime in the summer, the car park is rammed. Yeah, passing trade comes off the canal. You got people with canal boats, you got people walking. I'd have said that accounts for 10% of the passing trade, I think, if that. But so you got the barge, right there, tourist spot, heaving in the summer. The barge doesn't actually want more customers. It doesn't like, more customers, more stress, more overheads. It'll do fine, really, with fewer customers. It's not it's not going to make or break the barge having a few less customers. It's by no means going to it's not going to break Waddies, if by any stretch of imagination, if like the barge loses a bit of business. But I'm thinking of at the farm, constructing a lake, yeah, the brook, and sticking a restaurant beside that. That's what people want. Body of water, wildlife, ducks, geese, whatever, swan, yeah, we want those fucking things. And yeah, like have boats, a few boats to go out on. Like down the road by the train station, there's this big fishing lake, in Westbury. I guess it's been dug out. Probably what was an old quarry. Loads of them are, and or maybe it was dug for that purpose. But I mean, it's just a lake. Lakes can be dug. I think it's happened before, and yeah, big lake, body of water, lovely place to eat, dine. A cool place to eat, like, nice food, really good. All from the farm, maybe. Ooh, do I want to make it like that swanky? Or do I want it to be kind of to trap tourists to some extent? Maybe have like dining. Mm, like, oh no, this bit, yeah. Dining with everything from the farm, all local produce, do that one element of it. And then have, this is what else I was thinking, maybe try to get this from the farm as well, but like Texas barbecue. Like we do it all low and slow, have hickory on the big barbecue pits, do all this. Yeah. And like local ciders and ales, but like craft ciders and ales, none of that fucking waddy shit. And yeah, like get loads of people into like farm everything we need, from the potatoes to the radishes to the beetroot, lettuce and veg and beef cattle. If we want to do is barbecue stuff, and then farm all weird shit, like everything we can farm. We have to get some stuff in, I reckon. Like, we couldn't farm everything, but that matter, we couldn't farm our own wheat and make our own bread. But yeah, it'd be nice to get like as much stuff from the farm as possible. And then maybe nose to tail it a bit or something, I don't know. And pigsies, those can go on the grills / the spit. Then how much do we want to tread on Padfield's toes with that regard? We won't do events with that. Yeah, we'll just do it like in-house. Because, yeah, that's a niche they haven't occupied. They don't do in-house hog roasts. They do events. So it's just have to suck it up. Names. Competitors. Not competitors, not really. Since, we're not dairy or beef farmers anymore. Currently. Yeah, we're not. Or pig farmers. No, we're not pig farmers anymore either, so... Yeah, we're barely farmers, but we want to be farmers again, I think. Yeah. But then again, fucking none of you talk to me about any of this stuff. You never think I have any good ideas. Do you? You never talk to me. Family members. It's me chasing you all the time, if anything. It's like, this whole place doesn't interest you. Oh, 400-acre farm. Is it that? You're just like counting the dollar signs? This big golden payday? Or do you actually maximise money you can make from it? For one thing, maybe prevent it from happening at all if we don't need it. Making a very, very cool and progressive business, which, because it's cool and progressive, will bring in a certain clientele, which is absolutely the right clientele we need, i.e. like cool, hip, turned on people, or switched on people with disposable income. And those might like to return for, I don't know, music events of some kind, and then a festival. Like, all those things make very good money, and they could be done readily at Townhouse Farm. I bet they could. Alongside this restaurant and grill thing.